Well, good morning, my Galilee family and friends. It's Friday, and this is Paula. Seems like I haven't talked to you in quite a while. Hope everyone's had a good week. I have mostly. It's been sort of a mixed bag, but nothing to complain about. I just wanted to. There were several things I was going to talk about. The big one was commitment. I've talked about that before. But then I was reading a devotion yesterday, and it just hit me. It was called Eating Our Own Words, and I'm thinking, well, this is all fits in to really how I've been feeling. So I thought I'd share because I'm thinking maybe there is some of us out there that are feeling the same way. Excuse me. And I remember Pastor saying this in lectionary study one time: life will never get better before Jesus comes back. And I remember thinking, as we talk, people go, oh, I think it's going to get better, or this is happening, that's happening, but it's going to get better. And then when he said that, I'm thinking, wow, please don't say that. I hope it doesn't get worse. But I think if you read the Bible, we know it does. In fact, the Bible tells us it's going to get worse. But all of this, I think, causes stress. And recently I had been reading that the majority of illnesses in the United States are caused by stress. That's a lot. Um, Stress makes us think we can't handle life. And it really is it's inside of us. It's like our thoughts, our words, our surroundings. It's really, we can control that. But I don't know if you're like me. There's sometimes I just fall back into that. I worry. Um, and there's things like, um, I was reading that you worry about the past and you carry that with you. And I'm thinking, check, yeah, do that. Worry about the future, things that haven't happened about, yep, I can check that. And I'm thinking, and that, we know that does you no good, because what if most things do not happen and you just waste, and even if they do, you're wasting the present with what may happen. So you're not even enjoying what you have right now. And another one, well, it says the thoughts and words affect our health because our attitudes show up in our body. And I'm thinking, that's not good, because, I occasionally have a bad attitude. Well, Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Change your words and change your life. Stress is caused by what's going inside of us and not what's on the outside. Where I always thought just the opposite. All this stuff around is causing stress. But I guess we're letting it come inside, which sometimes it's difficult not to. And then, of course, God says, we reap what we sow. When we see God, we reap mercy. We are told that the way we judge others is how we will be judged. I'm thinking, now that's a scary one. Think about that. The way we judge people are the way we're going to be judged. Got to work on that one. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use it, it will be measured to you. And that was Matthew 7, verse 2. Give, and it will be given to you. They're said about our thoughts are like 6,000. Is it 6,000? Yeah, we have about 6,000 thoughts a day. I think I might have even a few more. And that there, it was like, and how are they? Like, you're stuck in traffic. Is it negative? Even little simple things, like you're trying to think of what you're going to have for dinner. Are you thinking negative when you're at work or when you're watching the news? Well, you can't. Well, if you're watching the news, I don't know how you can't think negative. So maybe we shouldn't watch it or tone it down. And when dealing with difficult people, that's another one that's tough. But as Christians, we know better. We do know better. And of course, it says about, worrying with things that's from the past that, only God can fix. We know that too. But I said that's another one on my checklist. The future. And where the mind goes, the man will follow. And that, I think that's when Satan is getting into us. Because we know none of this we can control. None. But God can. And again, as we've said so many times, if you're in the Word, a lot of these things really don't affect us as much. And Romans 12, let's see what that says. We will never experience what God has for us unless our minds are transformed. Because there is power of life and death in the tongue, we eat our own words. David tells us when we are in trouble, seek the Lord. See, Matthew 11:28, come to me, all who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. When we dwell in God's presence, our head is lifted. I believe that. I totally believe that. It makes a huge difference. And then Proverbs 14:30, a heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. God gives us peace. And we know that's true. And then John 14:27, peace I leave with you, peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world does. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Now, if we just take all that in and think about it, I do think we'll be able to handle our stress. Maybe not even have stress, which we really aren't supposed to. We're not supposed to worry. I'll remember, and I probably said this before, my grandson Will, when he was a little guy, I guess my daughter and I were talking and said about worry, and he just jumped right in and said, worry, that's a sin. You shouldn't worry. That's all from Miss Sue Jacobs' class. So I think we know that. So if we truly trust in God and have our faith like we say we do, we won't worry and deal with stress, and especially when we know that's going to cause illness, which I totally believe. It certainly causes depression. So let's make that a focus for this week, that we will truly eat your words and get back into the Word and do the things that we're supposed to do and think good thoughts. And if the news gets to you, turn it off. And I don't know, it's just like, just even talking about God, you feel better. You can't help but smile. And I think that's why we need to attend church, to be with our fellow Christian brothers and sisters. And it just, you can't help but feel good. And that's what it's all about. So please take time every day to read some of the Word, read a devotion. There's so many. There's 2 that you can pick up in the Narthex, Portals of Prayer and Our Daily Bread. And so that will be the focus of the week. Just try to be positive. Know that it's in God's hand. And if you're worried about something, give it to Him. Talk to Him. Pray with Him. Because I know that's going to be my focus for the week. And hopefully what he said in this devotion was going to transform my mind. And so I think that we should all think of that when you wake up in the morning, that got to transform your mind and go to God first thing. And it will definitely enlighten your day. And so with that, I just want to give pray for Pastor Matt This will be, I believe this is the last day of the district, the Missouri Synod, not district, Missouri Synod convention. And of course, all of the Southeastern District, which is us, I saw that they all had their light blue shirts on, and saw a picture of Pastor Matt, and that was really nice. And they're in Milwaukee, and I had no idea that convention was that long. I guess LWML is probably more fun. This is like, they seem like they've got a lot of work, and I hope he comes back refreshed and a lot of ideas and information for us. And then we have coming up next Friday, which is the 11th, the Summer Breeze. You know, we've had Rockin' in the USA and Tutti Frutti. It's all the same, just another name and different decorations. But, you know, it's going to be Karen and the Graybeards. It's 5 to 8, free admission, but you pay for food. So it's hot dogs and barbecue, and it's going to be homemade barbecue. Like we have call them Sloppy Joes, but this is homemade by Gail Kiefer, bless her heart. And also lots of door prizes and raffles and all that good stuff that we always have. So I hope you plan to attend. And let me see what else is coming up. There's so many things. I can't think of one right now. But anyway, just, you know, as I always say, when things get you down or you're thinking those negative things, look up. Until next time, bye.